My name is Grace A. Williams. I'm a London-based artist and I deal with feminist histories, particularly dealing with mythology, magic, and the history of women's practices in early cinema. I tend to use a variety of medias in my practice, but I focus on found images as well as stock footage and different types of early forms of photography and the technologies that are involved in those particular processes. The title of my exhibition is Intermission, and it really focuses on the use of celluloid in early film making and the fact that that had to be a certain length, therefore meaning that longer feature films often had to be across two rolls, so there was a natural cut in the film which would eventually become a break for the audience. This really intrigued me because it's a pause right in the middle of a narrative, and it's something which causes a reawakening or a moment of kind of critical thinking in the middle of a story between two visual images that are present. The work is presented across two screens to echo this physical split in early cinema, and it really ignites the two images as they're projected at different intervals. The work is actually built around a series of cuts where the whole room is turned black and you are presented with a variety of different tints across a whole variety of still images. All of the images in the sequence are hand-tinted, and this really referenced women's roles in early cinema. The idea of tinting individual slides was something that came about in the early 19th century, and women attended photographic studios, film studios, and were really privileged in roles as ink and paint girls and photographic hand tinters. They became particularly good at this and eventually became experts in that field. So I was really interested in it as an early entry point for women into the history of film and photography. I've always been really interested in the technology of early cinema and film and the kind of objects and quirky kind of individual materials that go along with this whole history. I've regularly collected over a long period of time now individual glass slides, negatives, as well as magic lanterns and early forms of projection technology. Some of this can be seen just outside of the exhibition on the 4th floor, and you'll be able to hopefully get an insight into how these technologies were used in home spaces, but also on a professional level in projectionist spaces.